Welcome back to another episode on the MLD Balls page. In today's episode, we're going to be going over Jerami Grant mock trades. Jerami Grant is a guy who, in my opinion, should be viewed as one of the more valuable pieces in the trade market as of right now. He's not a star player, but he's one of those guys who we've seen on the Thunder and the Nuggets. He's capable of fitting greatly among star players. When he went to the Pistons and the Blazers, it was because he's at that point of his career where he's about to hit his peak, and he wanted to show what he's more versatile than just being a versatile defender. He could be a versatile defender and a versatile offensive player, and he's shown us his whole bag now. He's gotten his money. He got his payday last year in Portland. So going back to a role where he's going to be used less and maybe as a fourth, even fifth option isn't going to be something where he's totally out on, because now he can go back, play winning basketball, because he hasn't done that ever since he went on to his route of attracting more money. And am I blaming him for going to the Pistons and Blazers and signing 2 max contracts? No. He did probably what I would have done, honestly, but he's at a point where now he could have the money and the team. If all he has to do is get traded, and he's going to be one of those guys who a lot of teams are going to be interested in him. Like I said, versatile defender. Yeah, he took a lot of shots per game in Portland, but he could easily go relegate to a role where he's shooting 9 shots again and playing more defense. Jerami Grant is going to be a 6'9" forward, he's only 6'7". I'm about to lie right there, but yeah, he's a 6. He's nice wing, 2-way. Feel like he's more of a small forward than power. He's a terrible rebounder, but he's such a versatile defender where you could put him at the power forward position. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, they would benefit greatly off of Jerami Grant. This mock trade, I do think they have to give up a little bit more. I've come to that realization. Probably be like another it'd be some other pick. I don't know how it'll go, but the point is this will be what a Jerami Grant deal to the Cleveland Cavaliers looks like. And this deal for the Cleveland Cavaliers would be very promising. They'd have Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Jerami Grant, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Them running back the same core 5 has been a question if they should do. But in this world, it seems like they're going to do it. And this is the exact type of player you want to improve that lineup. Max Strus at the small forward position. He showed a lot of promise. As a Heat fan, I love Max Strus, and I think he is even better at the shooting guard position. So if you can have him come off the bench and play shooting guard, and he can still play small forward sometimes, but you will relegate him to having to do it less. You know, the more Max Strus minutes at shooting guard, the better. So you'd have the Max Strus at the 2 off the bench. You'd have Isaac Okoro. You probably could move on from him at that point, or you'd include Isaac Okoro in this as a signing trade. Maybe that'd be the last piece that you do. But that Cleveland Cavaliers team, it'd be nice. They could defend against the Celtics better because they have a small backcourt, and then they have a small front court with Max Strus at 3. So, you know, it's kind of not the best way to beat the champions. All these teams, they're building these wings to go at Jason Tatum, go at Jaylen Brown in the Eastern Conference, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, they will be amongst one of the teams doing that in this trade. And I love this deal for the Cavaliers. They have Kenny Atkinson, who's a great coach. I do think that they're going the route of keeping Jared Allen, because Kenny Atkinson, for anybody who doesn't know, the reason that he lost the Brooklyn Nets job is because he cussed Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant out about starting DeAndre Jordan over Jared Allen. I would be surprised if his first move that he does when he goes to Cleveland is trade Jared Allen. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'd kind of be shocked. Donovan Mitchell just extended. Darius Garland doesn't really have that much of a trade market. And guys, y'all watching these videos of me doing these mock trades, I've only found 3 teams that would be interested in trading for Darius Garland max. He's coming off too bad of a season. Injuries ridiculed him. I understand the jaw injury is bad. I think the Cavaliers just keep him at this point, because you'll be selling him at a low, you know. Or I don't know what you do with Darius Garland, but the only 2 movable pieces on this Cleveland team as of right now is Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. And even just mentioning Evan Mobley getting traded sounds scary to me, and it's not something I'm going to keep talking about on the internet for too much. That thought is wild. So if it happens, I'm going to just let it happen instead of predicting it. But yeah, this Cleveland Cavaliers team pretty nice if they were to add on Jerami Grant. The next team is the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks will have a starting lineup of Trae Young, Zachary Richardson, Jerami Grant, Jalen Johnson, and Clint Capella. That'd be a real cool lineup to have Trae Young just be next to what his shortest teammate would be 6'8" at that point. Yeah, his shortest teammate would be 6'8" at the shooting guard, or his shooting guard would be 6'9" with Zachary Richardson. But Jerami Grant, I'm pretty sure he's really 6'8". I don't think he's 6'7". So Jerami Grant would be the shortest teammate in his starting lineup. And then you'll have Dyson Daniels coming off the bench. Like, this Hawks team will have so much length next to Trae Young. And I think that would be a real good way to build next to him, especially with a lot of guys who don't need the ball in their hand and are primarily play finishers. Because with DeJounte Murray, we've seen how it worked out. It didn't do that well. But if they just buy in on Trae Young being a creator with a bunch of play finishers, maybe we could see a conference finals run by them again if they get lucky like they did that one year. But at the same time, not a team that I would have too much stock in. But, you know, it's a step in the right direction because that 25 pick is for Sacramento. It's not that valuable of a pick, you know. DeAndre Hunter, it's not like he's been doing all that well for the Hawks, while the Blazers, you know, they get picked for a guy who they're not all that interested in. I shouldn't say not all that interested in, but doesn't fit the timeline. And they get a young player who fits the timeline. The only thing about this trade is maybe the Blazers can get more for Jerami Grant. And maybe the Hawks aren't that interested to outbid other teams for Jerami Grant just because, like, he's not someone who is absolutely needed by that team. He'd just be a cool fit because he could fit so many places, but not necessarily one of the landing spots I see him landing. Next place, fun trade. Jerami Grant and Robert Williams to the Lakers. You just buy in on fit right here. The Lakers, they could trade away some picks and get, you know, cool players. You know, they could get cool names, but right here, you could go get you Jerami Grant and Robert Williams, who would allow you to have a lineup where LeBron James starts at point guard. That's the last time that you won a championship, by the way, was with LeBron James starting at point guard. I'd like to mention that. So LeBron James at point guard, Austin Reeves at shooting guard, Jerami Grant at small forward, Anthony Davis at power forward, who it seems like they've been interested in doing that with because they were so interested in moving Anthony Davis to power forward that LeBron James was willing to take a pay cut for Jonas Valanciunas, you know? Like, if you're that interested in having a center that you're willing to take a pay cut for Jonas Valanciunas, you can call up the Blazers and ask for one of their centers. They just drafted Donovan Clingan. They got DeAndre Ayton. What's up with Robert Williams? Him and Anthony Davis will be a great defensive duo. Robert Williams, I think he should have won Defensive Player of the Year that one year that he got hurt, and Marcus Smart on his team ended up taking it for all the reasons that he should have with how good that Celtics defense was. But instead, you know, shout out Marcus Smart. We're going to have Robert Williams on the Lakers, and him and AD will be a nasty defensive duo, just like him and Jared Vando is. But, you know, Jared Vando, you know, probably going to have to move on from him because of salary reasons. If the Lakers could keep Vando, they probably would. Not even probably. But Vando is a really hard piece to move, and it's funny, out of all these assets, I'm complaining about Vando the most for the Lakers, but when him and AD play together, it just fits so well. It looks so nice, and especially with LeBron and Reeves being your POA defense, you know, that's kind of tough. But at that point, I guess you got Jerami Grant, so he could be your POA defense. But I also look at him and LeBron more as wing defenders, but those guys is capable of guarding on the perimeter too. So it's not the craziest thing for the Lakers. And this is a move that they will have more assets with also, because this move, I believe the Lakers got 3 tradable first round picks. Maybe you give 2 of them right here. Maybe I did kind of like steal from the Blazers in this, I guess. Maybe you make it 2 first round picks, and the Lakers will still have a first they can move. And I don't know what you do with that, but Rob Pelinka, you go cook. It's not my job. I'm cooking for you already if you're watching this video, man. Look, this is so nice, Rob. You can't even lie, man. I cooked right here, man. Come on, boy. Come on, man. Man, next deal over there, man. We got the Memphis Grizzlies. They gonna have a starting lineup that fits perfectly. Marcus Smart, yeah, he cool and all. I actually just talked about Marcus Smart. Yeah, he a defensive player of the year caliber player. You know, he may have not deserved it, but at his position, yeah, he's one of the best defenders in the league. So now you have him playing small forward, which is kind of like awkward. He'd either be small forward or backup point, which isn't the best thing for the Grizzlies because he's 6'3". And then you upgrade that to Jerami Grant, who plays a similar role to Marcus Smart, but more height. He sits there. He's gonna play defense. He can shoot better, and he adds more length. So I feel like that's a better small forward for them. Marcus Smart, I understand the leadership, the the fake leader in him, the guy who complains at the end of the games, who complains on the podium about his teammates, who takes all the last shots on the Boston Celtics, but for some reason is the heart and soul. Marcus Smart was never the heart and soul for anybody. If you're a Celtics fan, either way, you have a starting lineup of John Morant, Desmond Bain, Jerami Grant, Jaren Jackson, and Zach Edey. That's tough, man. And then you have all those reclamation projects that they got last year with that gap year. They have G.G. Jackson off the bench. They got Brandon Clark a year off of his ACL being torn, because last year when he came back, he looked better. Or I can't say he looked better because it was his first year back, but as the year progressed, Brandon Clark kept looking better and better and better. So that off your bench is nice. G.G. Jackson off the bench is nice. Memphis will be a team to mess with, and this isn't the only one of the picks that they got. I think in all of these mocks, I kind of like hold Jerami Grant's value. Maybe he's worth 2 first-round picks, and for some reason I kept putting 1. But hey, 2 first-round picks is something that the Grizzlies, they still could do. A protected one also. They got so much talent on this bench, and it'd be nice to see what they could do with maybe one of the best starting fives in the league. The next team we got is the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors, they need help. They need help bad. I think they need more help than Jerami Grant, unfortunately. I think they need a number 2 scoring option. But Jerami Grant, nonetheless, he would add value to this team. He would have a lineup of Curry, Brandon Pods, Jerami Grant, Kuminga, Green. I don't like that. But I don't know how the Warriors. All right, maybe the Warriors are not a team that's all that interested in Jerami Grant, but he's better than Andrew Wiggins. He only gets paid $3 more, so it's not like he breaks your bank. I don't know. Maybe you do something crazy and start him at shooting guard. I know that it doesn't even look right. It doesn't even sound right saying no. I don't know. Maybe you do just small ball Draymond Green at center for real and have Jerami Grant, Kuminga, and Draymond in the front court together. But like I said, this isn't the move that I see the Warriors making to move them over the needle at all. But it is another cool landing spot just because, like I said, he's such a what's that portable player? Yeah, that's the new word, portable. He's very portable, and that's nice. And the last team we got, they just made a big trade. And what are we talking about after they've made this big trade? Do the Kings have enough 3-point shooting and defense? Do they have enough size? Guess what? Now they do. You know why? We're going to put DeMar DeRozan where he began his career at the shooting guard position. We're going to have a starting lineup of De'Aaron Fox, DeMar DeRozan, Jerami Grant, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis. Like I said, Jerami Grant's a weak rebounder. Guess what Domantas Sabonis is? One of the best rebounders in the league. Domantas Sabonis is one of the worst defenders in the league at his position. All right, Keegan Murray and Jerami Grant, y'all cook up. Y'all cook up over there. We going to complement each other. This is going to be a tall team besides De'Aaron Fox. And De'Aaron Fox on the perimeter, he's not even that bad of a defender. I'm not saying he's a Marcus Smart, but he's not Luka Doncic. He's not Trae Young, He's not Tyrese Halliburton. He's not as bad as those guys. He's decent enough. He's middle of the pack defender. And then you just have DeMar DeRozan and Domantas Sabonis, who you hope do enough, Domantas Sabonis, though, with how good of a rebounder he is, every time they do have a good defensive possession, it will get finished. It will get closed out. And as soon as he grabs a rebound, on to the break. We running and gunning. Because Domantas Sabonis, anytime he grabs a rebound, Jerami Grant, he could just start running. And it's something similar he did in Denver, because even when Nikola Jokic was younger playing with Jerami Grant, it's how he played. Nikola Jokic has always been a special passer, especially coming off of rebounds. Hey, Jerami Grant, that would be a tough fit on the Sacramento Kings. Man, let me know if y'all boys got any other spots Jerami Grant could go. This is a guy who, he is a needle mover if he's on the right team. This is a guy on the Miami Heat I would love. I don't want to bring up the Miami Heat too much in mock trades. I'm a Heat Nations fan, and then we got Bam Adebayo, who's going to be playing the power forward position behind Khalil Ware, because Khalil Ware is going to be the next Alonzo Mourning. He's the next Miles Turner. He's the next great thing, all right? So, yeah, if you listen far enough to hear me ramble about my Miami Heat, Come on, man. We 15 minutes in and I got 30 subscribers. You may as well leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Man, thank you so much for tuning in to my Jerami Grant mock trades video. Y'all seem to love this series. So if you have another player who's on the trade market who you believe is interested in, or I said that so wrong. If you have another player who I haven't done a video on yet and you think they're a good piece in the trade market, comment down below who that name is and I might leave a like and go ahead and do that video today. You know, you never know. So yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much and God bless.